Hey guys, it's Beaver. So we've been following this story on the channel. Linda Stoltzfoos. She's an 18-year-old Amish girl out of Pennsylvania, and she came up missing around Father's Day of last year. There's been some new developments. There's been some remains, and I'm just going to give you kind of a broad timeline. Those of y'all that are not familiar with the case, and it's absolutely awful. 18 years old. Amish girl, she was on her way to a church commitment and she was never seen again. So let's just dive in. Linda, on July 21st, this is when she was last seen. The 22nd is when she's reported missing. So, and they just go through and talk about different places they're searching. I'm just going to kind of skim through here and just give you the highlights. So, they start narrowing in on certain areas around June 29th. July 2nd, FBI releases a image of Stoltzfoos, what she would look like in street clothes, because she, traditional Amish gear is what she went missing in, is what she always wore, as, is tradition. Let's see. They give a reward, $10,000. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. July 11th, Lancaster County District Attorney Office announces an arrest has been made in the disappearance of Stoltzfoos. Justo Smoker, 34 years old, of Paradise Township, is charged with kidnapping and false imprisonment. They continue to look for Linda, and I mean, pretty much, he's just been sitting in jail, sitting on information, and let's see, not too long ago, this end of last year, the judge says, I'm taking it to my own hands, and charges him. But I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's see. August 5th, Justo Smoker is ordered to stand trial on kidnapping and false imprisonment charges. After a preliminary hearing, prosecutors showed the judge photos of Smoker's vehicle driving around the site where some of Stoltzfoos' clothing was found buried, along with other details that appear to implicate him in her disappearance. He waived his rights for a formal arraignment. September 17th, unsealed court documents reveal Smoker was texting his brother during the window of time which Stoltzfoos went missing. The documents revealed police asked for search warrants of his car, his phone, his Paradise Township apartment, and storage locker he rented on the 3300 block of Lincoln Highway in Paradise. Now, on December 21st, Lancaster County District Attorney's Office announces homicide charges against Smoker. In the announcement, Lancaster DA Heather Adams says Smoker's conduct on and around the time of Linda's kidnapping, along with physical evidence, supports the allegations that he kidnapped and murdered her. Now, I don't, a lot of y'all may or may not know, but depending on the county, state, other issues, they don't like to press charges without a body. A lot of places don't. I mean, some really prolific cases. Well, for instance, Susan Powell, if they would have pursued their circumstantial evidence, maybe Josh Powell and his children would be alive right now. Well, mainly the children. But they refused to do it with that. They refused charges without a body. So I say that to say, praise God that this judge took it upon himself. The DA, they come together and no, we are charging him with or without a body. So, which brings me to my next point, which I imagine plays a part in his plea or, something in exchange for where's the body. I assume this is what's going on. They haven't said that, but they've already searched this area once before and they came up short. So that leads me to believe that maybe Justo is, talking now. That, I don't know if Pennsylvania has the death penalty or not, but I know people were up in arms about this, and I'm sure he's thinking about all this stuff. So, March 5th, preliminary hearing is held on the homicide charges against Smoker. Evidence is presented, and the judge rules that there is enough evidence to charge Smoker with abducting and killing Stoltzfoos. Now, this is where we are now. Officials announced they have found human remains while searching for Stoltzfoos in a rural part of eastern Lancaster County. The coroner has confirmed the body was discovered near Dutchland Inc. in Gap. District Attorney Heather Adams announces she will provide an update into the Stoltzfoos investigation, and they are, 99.9% sure it is Linda. Now, let's jump into some details of how she was found, where she was found, and the manner in which the remains were. They were in a tarp, and there's a bunch of other details. And the body was moved twice. Well, it was placed there, and then it was moved at a separate time. But we're going to dive into all that.
Yesterday, on what was the 10-month anniversary of Linda's disappearance, members of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the East Lampeter Township Police Department, and the Pennsylvania State Police recovered human remains behind Justo Smoker's previous place of employment, located on Route 41 in eastern Lancaster County. While the coroner's office has not yet made a positive forensic identification, based on all of the information currently known and available to us, we strongly believe and are comfortable saying that the remains are those of 18-year-old Linda Stoltzfoos. The remains were recovered behind a business in a grave on railroad property and wrapped in a tarp. They were recovered yesterday afternoon. The Lancaster County Coroner's Office was called to the scene. The scene was forensically processed, and the remains were released to the Lancaster County Coroner for official identification and determination of cause and manner of death. An autopsy has been scheduled for Friday, tomorrow. However, a preliminary review of the body by the coroner's office indicates that the body was consistent with that of a female of the relevant age and was found with a dress, bonnet, and shoes consistent with the clothing worn by Linda on the day of her disappearance.
So, and here's just a little bit more information. I'm not exactly sure why I wasn't able to find an entire, the whole press conference, but here's just a little bit more information about, they believe that she was killed within hours of him picking her up or abducting her, kidnapping her, and where her bra and underwear and stuff was found. They believe that's where they moved, and he had moved her. But let's just hear from the district attorney and then a couple footnotes, and then we'll close it out.
However, investigators have reason to believe that Smoker originally killed Linda within hours of her kidnapping on June 21st and buried her behind the business on Harvest Drive in Ronks, where Linda's stockings and bra had previously been discovered and where Smoker's car had been seen. Investigators have further reason to believe that Smoker subsequently moved Linda to the location behind his place of employment within several days after the homicide.
All right, guys, that's all I got for this one. I will say this, though. Pennsylvania does have the death penalty. Only 3 people have been convicted or have been put to death since 1978. Capital murder. But and this, they'll be able to get it. She didn't date. She didn't talk to this man. She didn't meet him online. It wasn't anything like that. And if memory serves, he was just kind of a creepy guy. He was kind of known to just like hit on young women and things of that nature. And I imagine Linda fought real hard for her life. And my heart just goes out to the family. And I've said this before in covering this case. Like, you got to think, these are the Amish community. They dedicate and spend their whole life being closer to, God, being closer to the basics, no social media, especially her family, they were very traditional. They didn't talk with the outside people. They in essence, they, in their mind, probably did everything right. She didn't deserve this. Her family didn't deserve this. But Justo Smoker definitely deserves anything coming to him. And my heart goes out to the family. At least they can lay her to rest. They at least have her remains. And now on to justice for Linda. Y'all have a good one.